Today's video is sponsored by our good friends at Famous Faces and Funnies, located in Melbourne, Florida. Check us out on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Along with our friends at Docking Bay 94, located in Boca Raton, Florida. Check us out on comicsandgames.com. And lastly, Eanes Display Accessories, the best figure stands for Kenner Star Wars, Hasbro G.I. Joe, as well as modern Black Series and G.I. Joe Classifieds. Welcome to another exciting episode of Codename YouTube Hero 2. Hi, I'm your presenter, Shabu Are You, and we're going to look at the G.I. Joe Classified Cobra Island Firefly. It goes without saying that, like all the other Target exclusives, this has been a pain in the ass. I know there's already been reviews for this figure, but unlike other channels, I like to talk about the mythos and the legacy of the character in combination with just reviewing a figure. Firefly, or the Cobra Saboteur, is a fan favorite. Now I'm going to be honest and share that I'm not a big fan of Firefly. I just don't get it. So maybe others can share their comments below on why I'm in the minority. The first important element is that Firefly is not part of Cobra. He is a hired mercenary and joins Zartan and the Dreadnoks and Major Blood. Some can also add Destro to being included in that group of key characters that are not in Cobra itself. I'll begin by including the obvious, that his mystery includes the fact that his true identity along with his face are unknown to even Cobra Commander, and his fee is sent via Swiss bank account, which at the time was like but in the 21st century all transactions are traced. I'll note that in the non-canon, he actually does reveal his true face in World War Z Writers G.I. Joe Hearts and Minds #2. Now, before I dive into the mythos, here's the deal with me. I feel that he's a character without any sense of honor, allegiance to the highest bidder, and nowhere near the likes of like a Destro who's a worthy adversary. Firefly is just a thug, and I don't get the whole appeal around him. He's nowhere near like Storm Shadow or a lot of the other characters. And that's my big issue with Firefly himself. He makes his first appearance in Marvel issue number 24. And wow, what an issue. Seriously, one can devote an entire episode to this one issue alone. It is awesome, and definitely one I'm getting graded and saved. In this one issue, you got Cobra Commander finally captured by the Joes. The Baroness returning from the dead with her new sexy look. Hubba hubba. The connection between Snake Eyes and Storm Shadow a little bit explained. And the premiere of the G.I. Joe headquarters playset, which in the comic is a mobile base. Plus Zartan, Wild Weasel, and Firefly's first appearance. And just a quick announcement, I'm actually working on a follow-up in an episode where I suggested that us G.I. Joe fans should get our comics graded and encased. So I'm actually using a different company, and I'm going to see if this new company is more cost effective. So make sure to subscribe and stay tuned for that one. I should be getting my comic books back in March. Firefly would go on to make appearances here and there, but in issue 98 is when shit hit the fan. Cobra Commander returns from the dead and enacts his revenge onto those whom he felt betrayed him. Firefly, along with Billy, Zartan, Mindbender, and Fred 7, and others, were sealed in the abandoned freighters submerged on Cobra Island and buried alive. So we would not know about Firefly's fate until issue 126. Simply titled Firefly, we would learn a lot more about this character. I mean a lot. He shares how he was able to escape from the freighter utilizing broken Cobra bats to do all of the heavy lifting. And he also dressed up and defaced Serpentor's body in order to make his escape. We also learned that he too is, guess what, a ninja. Not just any ninja, but the Faceless Master, with ties to, you guessed it again, the Arashikage clan. His father was a plantation owner and anti-Japanese guerrilla in Indochina, and he spared the life of this Kuja ninja grandmaster. As a way of repaying that debt, he was accepted into the Kuja clan and raised to become a master. He was also accepted later as the apprentice to the Arashikage's weapon maker Unihashi. Because of that and of his status, he was allowed to train with Stormy and Snake Eyes. And he did all this because Cobra Commander paid him to go in, learn all this shit, and kill Snake Eyes. But then only to realize that he's no match for Snake Eyes. And he reveals that because of this, he enacted the plan to bring in Zartan and kill Snake Eyes, which is end up killing the Hard Master. So he reveals that I was the mastermind of this great plan, which angers Snake Eyes and Stormy. In the modern IDW run of G.I. Joe, we once again revisit this twisty, turny, upside-down tale in issues 246 to 250 in the epic Dawn of the Arashikage story. Don Marino is hell-bent on enacting revenge, or should I say Snake Eyes. Yeah, via the brainwave scanner, Snake Eyes' subconscious has infiltrated Don Marino. So basically, Snake Eyes is taking over Don's body to amend the things that he didn't get to in life and left unsettled. Now, this harkens back to issue 126. Snake Eyes has come to deal with Firefly, and Dawn brings up all of these things that only like a few people would know about, like namely Zartan, Storm Shadow, and Snake Eyes. And she brings up the incident of the Sword Shrine, which all of this took place in. And again, only Snake Eyes and Storm Shadow were there for that. Firefly is puzzled because how in the hell is this little teenage girl know anything about what occurred so long ago? Now, Dawn engages Firefly, unleashing all of Snake Eyes' hidden abilities. Firefly is beside himself and cannot figure out any of this out. Like, he struggles with that. Only he has to realize, like, hey, I'm fighting for my life here. Like, this girl is good. I don't know how, like, what she knows, there's no way this girl knows as much as she does. So he's dealing with all of this stuff. And I had these issues in earlier episodes, so if you want to watch them, I highly recommend tuning in. He throws every dishonorable slime ball method at Dawn. And in the end, I'll just add that Snake Eyes comes to the realization that Storm Shadow did back in issue 22 of letting go of the Circle of Vengeance. We last see Firefly being thrown off the top of the train by the Soft Master. Wait, I mean Zartan. Yeah, there's more to that later. See, this is why I cover the modern IDW comics, and they are amazing. As far as Sunbow appearances, he debuts in the second miniseries, Revenge of Cobra. And on he would come in and out of the lineup for the Sunbow cartoon. What's interesting is you have a sense that he was somewhat paranoid about keeping his identity a secret in other episodes of the Sunbow series. He makes a brief cameo-like appearance in G.I. Joe the movie and has no Deke appearances. As for his action figures, he makes his debut in the Hall of Fame year of 1984. Of course, his walkie-talkie is one of the most difficult accessories to land. By itself, it is likely 2 or 3 times more than the actual figure alone. Also, he came with 2 shades of eyebrows, brown and black. At this point, one would assume Firefly's origins are from Europe after you read his file card. Now, when you add that to what we learned when I just recapped from the comics, one can ask, when the hell did he have time to do all of this stuff? Which brings us to version 2, the 1992 Firefly. Now, at this point, it's established that he's also a ninja, and he has this stupid pull feature. Again, part of that 90s gimmicks that they had. This is a big disappointment. But I have to add that there's a group of kids, like my little brother's age group, that look at this as Firefly, and they actually like this figure, which is cool. Next, we're going to jump to the 25th anniversary. And again, the 25th anniversary is paying homage to the version 1. It's a little bit lighter than the version 1, but still, all in all, they did a great representation of that iconic figure. All in all, there's 28 versions of Firefly, but most of them are based on version 1 with different color schemes. Speaking of that, I'm very happy and honored to unveil the BlackMajor Saboteur. That's right. Using the molds of the version 1, BlackMajor has a new creation. And I think this is amazing. Look, even the walkie-talkie. And don't ask me how or whatever. I'm not going to answer any of those questions. But I got this one and I also got one in black. And look at this. Even the iconic toolbox opens up. This is freaking insane and so cool. All right, so now that we got the mythos and some other cool stuff out of the way, it's time to look at the Target Cobra Island exclusive figure. And right off the bat, I am not impressed with the box art. To me, it looks like it's a knockoff or a reproduction. That's my first reaction when I saw the art on this thing. And again, I just like I'm underimpressed, and I feel bad for those people that are not able to get their hands on any of these Target exclusives. It's just sad. And this is number 21, Deion Sanders number. And again, it has the familiar back art that we've featured in other Target Cobra Island exclusives. Still looks cool. So let's break out the Craftsman knife and crack this baby open. Now again, in the comments below, write down why you think Firefly is so cool. It goes back to the thing I brought up earlier, and that I'm not a big fan of Firefly for his character, and I just think he's just a piece of shit. That's what the bottom line is. Firefly is a piece of shit, and that's why I'm not a big fan of him. But again, going back to this Hasbro problem, they need to do something about this. I'm seeing like the Cobra Vipers on eBay. It's ridiculous. I mean, they need to solve this. And I know the Transformers are also having the same problem. And again, I'm pointing out this familiar Terradrome. And the accessories here are actually really nice. I'm actually like, I'm going to pull out that drone thing. I was actually intrigued with that. I'm like, wow, is that a freaking drone? So yeah, so here's everything out of the box. It has his sidearm, his book bag, explosives, detonator, or remote for the freaking drone plane, and his glasses. And I like this backpack. I think you have all the tools and everything, kind of referring to the version 1. Excellent book bag. It looks like a real life book bag, to be honest with you. And this is his remote. Again, I don't know. I think it's a detonator for these explosives. And I like these explosives. That's a pretty damn cool accessory to be included in this figure. And there's his goggles. And like I said, by the way, I found my Cobra Viper goggles. They were on the floor. So again, you need to put a little bit of tape on these G.I. Joe classifieds so it doesn't fall off, because you will lose these goggles. And his gun, it's a lot better than all the Nerf bullshit from the earlier lines. I think it's a big improvement. And I've been acting, I know there's a lot of people that sell 1/6 scale weapons, and I highly recommend getting those. And now that we have the figure out, this is very well done. He does look like he's going to cause a lot of problems and give G.I. Joe a big run for its money. His eyes are kind of weird though. I don't know if there's going to be variants. There might be a green or blue, but that's something we have to look into later. But very well done. 5-star all around. I really like this. Well, that pretty much wraps up this recap. I give it a B. But I'm more impressed with the BlackMajor Saboteur figure. That is freaking amazing. And the fact that he was able to mimic or replicate those accessories, whew, that is insane. Well, I hope you like, share, and subscribe. And remember, stay tuned for our upcoming episodes. We're going to go back to the comics. This is Shabu RU signing off.